Yo, what is up, people? Welcome back to another episode of Two Dimes and a Token. I am your host, Bruck Nasty, and in this particular episode, we have a great friend of the podcast, an awesome entrepreneur, a sports guy through and through. His name is Lance Ault of Dynasty Hoops. In case you haven't seen, we've actually already released. We did a promotion of shirts for his championship teams for one of his weekend tournaments, but he has built an industry or an organization that runs and operates basketball tournaments all throughout the year in the state of Florida. He's expanding to Georgia. He's expanding to Arizona. He's got a lot of things in the works, and we were able to sit down with him and kind of ask him about his adventure, his journey, and everything that he's done to try and promote and build this tournament setting organization that he's built. So it's a super cool story. He's got a ton of people that he shouts out in it. And it's really kind of an inspiring story as well. But tune in, guys. I don't think we have anything else more on the docket. No, we do not. So without further ado, please enjoy this episode with Lance of Dynasty Hoops.
Bro, I was about to say, I didn't even have a presence on social media. Yeah, we're on right now.
Okay.
See, that's how we dive into the conversation. See, this is how we start.
You gotta start like
It's everyday conversation. So, hey, let us know what is our official drink of the pod, unofficially sponsored by Terramana Tequila. Not yet sponsored by Terramana Tequila. What are we drinking today, brother?
Yeah, we got some Icelandic glacial
natural spring water.
Yeah, this is one of the best waters out there. You know, I mean, I don't know too much about it. I see pH 8.4, whatever that means, but you know,
whatever that means.
You know, our body's made out of water, man. So
there you go.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Yes.
I appreciate you choosing a healthy choice.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's my birthday week. I want to let everybody know, and I'm drinking water.
So yeah, and this is I was gonna say when this airs, so it'll be a little bit past that, but it's all good. So, Lance, man, thank you so much for coming on, dude. Well, like I said, I've been hitting you up a couple times. I was like, bro, we got to get your story.
Yeah, man. I'm a busy guy, man. I'm glad, you know, you kept it consistent coming after me, man, you know, and I'm happy to be here with you guys, man. My Weber brothers.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
From back in the day.
Yep.
So, dude, tell us, what is Dynasty Hoops, man? What is this thing that you've been posting on social media that you got running? It looked like you running a whole basketball division, man. What is this thing?
Yeah, man. Well, you know, what I run is a youth international
Pick that up.
basketball tournament. Dynasty Hoops. Our headquarters is Orlando. We do tournaments all over the state of Florida. Soon it's going to be Georgia, Texas, Phoenix. You know, we're going to run a true circuit. So I can't wait for that, man.
Dude, what? So how did this start? Like, did you come up with the idea? Did you become was it already kind of going and you joined, or?
Let me tell you a story, man.
Tell me that story, baby.
You know,
take us down the road.
Take a sip on that water, man. But hey,
you ain't gotta tell me twice.
It started, man. You know, when I was 5 years old in New York. I was born in New York. Actually, I was 2 years old. That's when I first picked up the basketball. My mom and my dad, you know, they were playing, and you know, I just remember this round orange thing, and I fell in love instantly. Yeah. You know, came down to Florida. Started playing basketball in a program called Winning Ways in Altamont Springs. Yeah. And, you know, I was a hooper, man. My dad coached me my whole life. And, you know, I was just in love with it, man. So seventh grade comes around, and I have a seventh grade teacher that asks, hey, what do you want to do when you grow up? Write it down. I ain't think too long, man. I was like, you know what? I want to own my own league. You know, I remember like it was yesterday, man. Got a B- on it. I don't know how, but you know, fast forward to now.
My man got a B-.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. You know, how I started. You know, like how janitors start, they become a CEO of a company or the owner of that building. Yeah. I started as a scorekeeper. I was keeping score. You know, really? I was keeping score. Yeah. Under Scott Sanders, God rest his soul. You know, started with him, did a few tournaments, even with Winning Ways. Did a internship with them.
Yeah.
And, I went from scorekeeping to gatekeeping to site director. And I just been around the game, thanks to my pops. I met my sister from another Mr. Brittany Campbell.
Yeah.
She got me into Winning Ways basketball camps. I was doing camps too. And, she just put me under their wing, alongside with Barry Mistel, who was the CEO of Winning Ways. Then I went to college.
Yeah.
Played football.
Shout out. How do you transition from the love of basketball
all right
to football?
That was because we played football together.
Yes, we did.
And then I got to be honest, the first time I saw you, because let's be real, dude, it's been years. And it's been years since we got to catch up and sit down and bullshit.
Bro.
But
at least 15.
Yeah, at least 15 years.
Man, I came in the spring.
Yeah, so it's like all of a sudden he's playing football and I'm like da 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 da. Fast forward like 5-10 years, and next thing you know, I'm seeing him hooping, and I'm like, damn, how'd he get into this?
Yeah, well, football was my second choice. Well, I was big. Like when I was playing basketball, like I was kind of chubby. It was 6th grade year. My parents decided, my teammates was playing football. Okay, why not? Man, my first year, I was garbage, bro. I was like a 6th player, bro, wearing number 68, and had no clue, bro, until like the last 2 weeks, and you know how it was back in the days with the hazing and all that. I mean, it wasn't hazing, but they pick on you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Man, by week 6. Bro, like the star players, man, they would be scared shitless, bro. Like something just clicked in me. Yeah. Did hamburger drills. I don't know if you remember hamburger drills where you lay on your back and both people lay on your back, you get up, boom.
Yeah.
Man, I fucked some shit up, bro. Like
yes.
I remember like it was yesterday, bro. Like, this one kid or whatever, he was a star on a team and I just chucked the shit out of him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who's this damn 6th player? Just like, and I saw his face going to the back of the line and shit, and he was like, he started to go behind the other person. You know how you count people?
Yeah, you count, bro. You see who going to
I don't want to go and get some. So, my second year, my dad coached me, and I played linebacker, played some fullback, and throughout the years, I was playing fullback through the option, as if I was a linebacker. I was never taught how to play running back, which is crazy.
Yeah. And
throughout high school, and when I went to college, which was in Minnesota, that's when I learned how to play running back, really. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I still had close to 1,000 yards in high school, but like, when I went to Minnesota, I was like, damn, like this is how you really play some running back. You know what I'm saying? Didn't really know how to catch the ball. I was literally a linebacker. I just knew how to hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, came to your school. Yeah. Shit got cold. I was in Minnesota. Shout out St. Olaf College. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? My Florida boys, you already know. Came down there and met you guys. You know what I'm saying? This is the line right here. I remember this guy. I remember you. You know what I'm saying? You guys were awesome, bro. Had a good spring. And after that, man, I was kind of burnt out, bro. Like playing since 6th grade, man, I was burnt out. Yeah. Like, it felt like a job, and I was ready to go in the real world. I was ready to like be my own boss, you know what I'm saying? Like do my own shit. And thank God for Weber, man. I did learn some stuff over there, man. Maybe 2-3 classes, but it made a difference, man. Yeah. Remember Dr. Aaron? I don't know if you remember Dr. Aaron.
Yeah.
Of course. Shout out Dr. Aaron, bro. You are awesome, bro. Look at me now, man. Hey, man, I think you were in my events class.
Yes, we were in the same events class.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, man.
No, that was the first time. So funny story about that. We had to put on several events, bro, and it was bad. I did not have a good look going into this. So if anybody knows anything about the podcast, if you've been watching, I was kind of a jackass in college. Like I just loved to party.
Cool dude, man. Yeah, I love my offensive lineman, bro.
I'm glad I still got a little bit of people that like me, but a little bit of people. So, dude, it was so funny, bro. We were putting on a flag football event, and we had to grill. You remember this?
Wasn't my idea, but yeah, I remember.
Yes.
Was not my idea.
Dog, so we had to grill, but we had an outside grill, and it started to kind of like rain. It was super windy, so it was very hard to get this grill set up and lit and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. So it was my idea. So I decided, I said, what we'll do is we'll pull the grill inside the gym, and we'll just light the grill in there.
Yo. I think we were doing that for about a good 30 minutes.
Yeah, bro. And Dr. Aaron, to this day, every time he sees me, bro, he's like grilling in the gym, bro. There it is. So like 20 minutes goes by and smoke is just barreling out of the fucking front of the gym, right? And the whole, you like put tinfoil down a little bit, try to get the stick. Whole tinfoil thing caught on fire because all the grease from the burgers. Big old fireball sitting in the middle of this gym lobby.
I didn't see that part.
Yeah, bro, it was bad. And Dr. Aaron comes in, first time I ever heard him cuss, bro, and he goes, bro, get this fucking thing out of here now, bro.
Dr. Aaron was cool, man. He was
yes.
cool. I think he was one of the best professors at the school.
Man, listen, man, like when I take it back, bro, from the people that I learned from, Scott Sanders, Barry Mistel, Bernie, man, Dr. Aaron, man, is definitely one of those guys that, helped propel me to where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, you the man, bro. Appreciate you.
I think I had more time with Dr. Aaron after college than I had during college because we went to the same gym together. So
yeah, he was always fit, bro.
Yeah, he was always fit. He's always.
So.
I think he is.
Man, I gotta come out there, man.
So, dude, so tell me what happened. So you leave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you transfer to another university and finish a degree, or did you nah, I'm starting my dream now?
I start my dream now. As soon as I graduated from Weber International University, that was the last time I was there. Hopped in my car, started substitute teaching. I was working on my certification of being a PE teacher.
Yeah.
Got that, thanks to my dad. He put me in there. I was teaching and coaching at the same time.
Yeah.
I did that for about 2 years.
How'd that feel?
It felt good, man. I love I love the education world, man, and it's not fair. Teachers don't get paid enough money, man. I stayed with my parents till I was 26, saved my money up. Yeah. You know what I mean? I saved some money up.
Smart guy.
Yeah, bro. I got my parents, man. I couldn't have done it without them either. You know what I'm saying? They could have said, "Hey, every team, get the hell out of here." You know what I mean? I was paying
shout
for
out to my mom.
Yeah, shout out
to my mom.
You know what I'm saying?
17, get out.
I ain't getting no scholarship. I went to a small school in Minnesota, no scholarship or whatever, and they were paying some hefty bills that I didn't know about, and we didn't have that much money. You know what I'm saying? So again, thanks to my parents, love you guys. You know what I mean? They're now working with me too. You know what I mean? We can talk about that later, but they work with me now.
It's a family business. I like that.
Yeah, man. The people you love, man, you got to take them with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you've been doing this for 2 years, teaching and coaching.
Yeah.
And then what's the next step?
I was in the middle of, I started during I was teaching, I was also working with other tournaments and stuff like that, scorekeeping and, just building my money up and, being around leaders of certain organizations that run tournaments and knowing how they do this, knowing how they do that. And I just kept that all in. And, one day, I also coached too. And one day I was like, you know what? It's time, man. Let me go ahead and just do it. You know what I mean? I just had the balls to do it. So I ran my Elite Showdown in June. Actually, my anniversary is coming next weekend. My 11th anniversary, Elite Showdown.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out, bro.
So 11 years ago, man, I was busting my ass, bro.
Yeah.
First tournament, I had 26 teams at Lake Brantley High School.
Dude, your first tournament, you pulled 26 teams?
Yeah, that's not a lot, but not a lot, but
think about from an outside perspective, because understand, I didn't play basketball in high school. Mm-hmm. I didn't get into the basketball circuit. There's a lot of cats that did, because let's be real, basketball, in my opinion, in America, you have football and then you have basketball. Mm-hmm. It's a very popular sport. But at the same time, if you tell me to put together a basketball tournament, I'm going to put together 7 dudes and make one squad with a sub. You know what I'm saying? You got 26 high school teams or just teams?
It was scattered, some third grade all the way up to varsity.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's wild. And you got all these people to join on this first venture that you're doing.
Yeah, man. And
how'd you advertise it?
Bro, that blows my mind.
Well, back then, social media wasn't that much. So emails. I somehow got a hold of some email list or something like that, and they knew me. The ref, dude, it's funny. My lead ref for me right now, Terry Brooks. He actually was one of the refs that was reffing while I was scorekeeping. You know what I mean? I was young, bro. Like, it's you know what? It's funny, man. Like, I mean, a lot of refs that are, you know, reffing out my events, they were actually there when I was scorekeeping. I was a kid. You know what I mean? And now it's like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, they're reffing for me now. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy, man. So your first event, you get all these teams, like everything goes smooth. And what's like the next thing?
Man, I'm like, you know what? It was supposed to be like a one-time thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, I looked at my dad or whatever, and I was like, yo, let's do it again. You know what I mean? So, you know, we kept doing it. And, you know, and bro, the work that I had to put in is just insane. Like, I remember, bro, like, damn, man, I don't want to get emotional, but damn, bro, like, literally, dude, I'll be up, man, till like the next day. I didn't sleep, you know, just to make sure it was a great event. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, it's not just about basketball trophies and stuff like that, but you have to have an experience. Yeah. And I made sure I had that experience. I had DJs. I wanted introductions for the kids to come out. All that stuff, man. You know, something for, you know, once these kids are done, even whether win or lose or go home with something, whatever, they're going home with something, and that something is an experience. Yeah. You know, once you hit that in the nose, man, back then we didn't have social media like that. Yeah. Well, we had MySpace, Facebook. Yeah. You know,
definitely had MySpace at Weber. Definitely.
Shout out Tom.
Shout out Tom.
I think I stopped doing MySpace with my sophomore year. I'm like, yeah. You put their music on there.
Damn.
And shit. Like.
Listen, I had all the jams. MySpace, Freak, you name it. I had it all.
It took 12 minutes to upload my MySpace page. I had like 27 highlight videos from college football players like Reggie Bush and all them shits.
The background.
Yeah.
Listen, MySpace was my jam. That's why I no longer get on social media, because it's nothing like MySpace. That was my introduction to it.
There you go.
But you know what, man? Like, you know what's funny? I still, maybe year 2, year 3, I still use that, you know, Facebook to, you know, advertise. Yeah. You know, a lot of people wasn't using social media for advertisement back then. It was just, hey, how you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Hey, is my boyfriend cheating on me? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was that kind of stuff.
It was just stalking.
Like, you know, I felt, you know, I'm not busting my own bubble, but, you know, I felt like I was one of the pioneers to kind of like, yo, let me just put this out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it worked. Yeah. You know what I mean? And, you know, now, you know, I have a social media team. I'm on top of them. You know what I mean? Like, I have a social media team now. I don't have to do it, but I still stay on top of it because I love doing it. You know what I mean? It's fun. It takes a lot of work. Yes. But, you know, I do believe, man, I believe back then I was like, yo, I was telling my friends that wanted to grow their business and stuff. I'm like, yo, hit up, go on Facebook, man. Boost that shit. Like, people's on Facebook, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to see it. Yeah. Fucking emails. Like, I don't even read email. I'm horrible at emails. Yeah. Horrible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm trying to fix that. I got my assistant, you know, on my emails too as well. But like, email it's just boring, bro. Like, it's just
I know.
Boring, bro. Like
it's like asking me to read a book, bro. I can't do it.
Video on there, man. Let's you can do a couple things at once. You know what I'm saying? You can, you know, get this kid exposed, man. You know, good exposure.
We interrupt this podcast to bring you Sunterra Solar Solutions, a leading-edge solar company committed to making sure they provide a phenomenal experience to its customers. Going solar was one of the best decisions that I ever made. Not only did they provide me a no-hassle experience, it didn't feel like a sales experience. It felt like an amazing person-to-person having a conversation on whether solar was going to be right for me. I was fortunate enough to not only lower my monthly energy cost, but they gave me an option to be able to create a stabilized monthly bill that I could prepare around. I qualified for a new customer incentive that put cash in my hand after installation, as well as I qualified for a tax credit at the end of that same year after I had it installed. All in all, not only was it the best decision I ever made, I lowered my monthly energy costs, I stabilized my bill, I put a ton of cash in hand. It felt like I got paid to go solar. And my most favorite part that I haven't even mentioned, it eliminated my exposure to future increasing rates from the utility companies. So if you think going solar is the right thing for you, by all means, hit us up in our DMs. We can connect you with a sales associate today. And now back to the episode.
You know what I mean? Put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Put your flyer on there on top of that too. You know what I'm saying? Like make it pop. You know what I mean? It's a different generation, bro, right now.
Yeah.
Compared to what it was before. Before it was boring. I was boring, but good thing I'm an 80s baby. I don't know y'all.
Yeah,
Bro,
sure.
we can fucking adapt, bro. Like,
Absolutely. Yes.
I'm so glad, man. I'm born in the 80s, bro. I just adapt to shit. I know what kids like. You know what I'm saying? I know how to coach certain kids. Well, I mean, these kids are I don't know, they're spoiled now, but like, but
we got them. We got them. We know they're spoiled.
Yeah. But yeah, man, back then I used the Facebook.
Yeah. So that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So different ways of advertising it. So now you've put together quite a few events, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got a whole bunch of things. Like, when's the first tick in your head? Like, bro, I'm getting ready to start a league.
You know what's funny? I did a couple times, and I had to put a schedule together. Now, travel basketball back then was from February to July. Maybe get one in August, lucky.
Yeah.
And then you have to respect the fact that football season is August to January.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I was a football guy too.
Yeah.
So I respected that. Right here. I respected that shit.
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know what? What about them kids? Okay, let me rewind. So I was like, you know what? All right, let's go ahead and let's try one in August. Let's try one in September.
Yeah.
Did that. It was good turnout. You know what I'm saying? We did it. And then, when you hit September, October, you're like, okay, you got those high school coaches like, yo, what you doing? Why are you playing, ball over here? You know what I'm saying? A lot of high school coaches were like pissed.
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah. They're
Because
like,
they kids
why
are-
the fuck?
you're taking kids
Why
away.
the fuck this is high school season. You know what I'm saying? Because high school is more important than travel ball back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, they always thought like people like me was against them. I wasn't against them. It's like, I'm thinking about the other kids that didn't make the team. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That troubled kid that don't have the grades. What are you going to do? That kid that's in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, selling dope, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Get him out that shit. Let's, you know what I mean? Let's have some extra events.
Get 'em on
for
the
those
court.
kids.
Yeah.
That's what I did it for.
Yeah.
And it's funny, like, in Facebook, you would see these coaches, bro, just commenting and saying, why the hell are you having tournaments in September, October? We got tryouts. I got a kid that hurt his ankle and da.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I'm not trying to take your best kids, bro. Like, these are for the kids that, need to develop. That kid that you cut, okay, he got something to go to. You know what I'm saying? It's, it sucks as a parent when, your son, daughter comes home and like, man, I didn't make my team.
Yeah.
They looking forward for that shit. Like, okay, boom. I'll find you a travel team to, play in Dynasty tournaments. So, went to October. I'm like, you know what? Okay, let's do, what's out there October?
What, October, November. There we go. November, baby.
I had to wake you guys up. All right.
Right now, I'm right there with
December.
you. I'm right there.
Give you some water, man. But no, I started, doing tournaments then. They even got more pissed, but they just didn't get it. I wasn't that type of guy to go in their DMs and say, hey, man, this is what I'm doing for. Nah. I'm just behind the scenes. I watch. I see what they say, whatever. I'm like, whatever. I just ignore it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I was, we, Dynasty Hoops, we were the first ones to run tournaments from August to December. We were the only ones.
Yeah.
And it was successful.
Yeah.
Mostly our December tournament was very successful because it's break.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
Some kids do, kind of shy away from the high school team and go or whatever, just to get some run in and sneak off or whatever. But, I'm not promoting that. I'm not promoting high school players that play. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that, man. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody that loves the game and wants to develop. I'm all about developing, bro. So if you love basketball, man, we're here for you. And it's funny, everybody else fell after me and, after Dynasty Hoops and running tournaments year round.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's amazing.
it's off. Like, bro, I'm just telling you right now, man, nobody was running any basketball tournaments from September to December.
Yeah.
Nobody until I did it. Now everybody's doing it.
Everybody's trying
You
to
know
do
what
it
I'm
year
saying?
round.
Like everybody's doing it. Like
You got to have one trailblazer though. You have to. You have to have somebody to take the chance
what
to take
I'm
that
saying?
L.
We talk about that a lot, though. The Trailblazer always gets a lot of flack. There's always the chirps that come with it, and then all of a sudden, when you get the turnout that you're looking for, everybody you start seeing yourself growing.
Yeah.
And those guys that are doing a little chirping from the sideline end up like, "Hey, man, well, how can we get involved?" Or, "Hey, I got a kid. You know, can you coach him up?" Like something like that. You know, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
I mean, it's great to start that in the state of Florida, bro. And I think they're doing that all over the country now.
Yeah,
And it's been all over the country. I believe AAU gives you more exposure than high school sports can ever give you now, because you're in front of different people that you normally wouldn't get in front of.
No, I think that. I will say that, not to completely disagree with that. I think for basketball, I think football, though, for some reason just gets on a mainstream, especially since they made Huddle. You know that that site.
It's so much better than how we had fucking tapes, like, you know.
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying?
had
like,
VHS
you had to mail
tapes.
them out. Them coaches weren't watching that shit.
Yeah,
not at all.
Like, you know what I mean? Now it's a lot easier, bro.
Yeah.
Huddle and all that stuff. You could just, you know, put
Throw
it in.
it
Have
in.
it for basketball too now. And,
Yeah,
dude, it's a lot easier, bro.
Football is different because they're taking off in like 707.
yeah. That's true.
They're taking off in flag football, and you get those kids that they can't hit like Lance, but they have all the athletic ability.
Hey, you remember that? Hey, I gotta bring this
Hey,
up, man.
listen.
You remember Yannick when
Yeah.
twice his helmet came off? You remember that? Y'all remember that?
No, hey, listen.
Hey, Yannick was a hell of a player, bro.
Oh yeah,
hell of
Yannick
a
was
fucking player, bro.
Yo,
But
we just interviewed Pooch.
Oh, yeah?
Pooch. Yeah, we sat down in the locker room when he's taking over the head coaching job there and all that. So
yeah, that shit was
we
awesome,
we
man.
actually we went through the ranks. We went through the ranks of Yannick. We went Pooch. We did Grady, and we did Nate.
Yannick was that man, bro. I had to, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't played that much, whatever, now, especially I was burnt out. But,
Yeah.
you know, I'll never forget that, man. 2 straight plays in a row were in the same, was something dive, 34 dive, whatever it was.
I mean, you guys,
Me and him just, boom. His helmet came off twice. It was like, oh, shit. Like, yo. Man, wait,
good
shout out to Yannick, man. I love you, bro.
There you
Like,
go.
I'll never forget that, man. You know
That's
what I'm saying? That's just one
fantastic.
of my football past, man.
we always see Yannick. We see Yannick every home
Yannick all
game.
the games.
Cool,
So-
cool. That's what's up, man. I gotta come out there, bro.
That's all it is. You're missing that camaraderie that you
man.
don't realize these guys still come back and show love.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I always told myself, man, I always gotta show love, man. You never forget where you come from.
Yeah.
Never. And Weber is one of those places where, like, damn, bro. Yeah, it was a small school. It was like less activities to do, but man, bro, I learned a lot more than I did wherever I was before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes, I tell people all the time, like if I went to a big school, I didn't understand the dynamics of the real world, and we dove into that into the Pooch episode. Like, it was kind of a little bit of a deep moment, but I didn't understand how to really, like, I understood how to make friends, but I didn't understand how to communicate in an adult setting. And having to be in that environment, it's very personal. You're dealing with all different levels of people because it's such a small, tight-knit university.
Yeah.
So it really kind of, when I got into the real world, everything that I was able to register, like things that I needed, if I had to communicate this or do that or do this, or how to work hard. Like, when I got into the real world, I found a lot of the people that were around me, like, just didn't understand. And they were just like, you need to help me with this. I was like, well, you could just figure it out. You know what I mean? That was a big thing. So I get where you're coming from with that. That was huge for me coming up.
yeah, man. Speaking of Pooch, bro, that dude, man. When I worked out with you guys for the first time, bro.
Yeah.
he was there for the first year or something like that. Graduate assistant or something, man. But that motherfucker made me squat so low, bro. Dude, I was like, what the?
He gonna bring it out you. He gonna bring it out.
He brought it out me, man.
Yeah.
And look, I skip leg days every day because of him. I
That's
already
awesome.
did this now, but like, man,
That's awesome.
But yeah, that was my Pooch story, man. He was always in a defensive end or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was on offense. So that was,
That
my
was
thing
it.
with Coach Pooch, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations, head coach. You know what I mean? So that's
So-
He's
that's
running the
what's up.
ranks.
Let me ask you this, man. So what year did you put your league together? Like, it's now formulated, and now you've taken the leap from just doing events to now this is a year-round league that you've put together. It's its whole entity. When did that officially start?
That, I don't know the year, but it was that same year where I had to make that decision to where I'm coaching football at Lyman High School. I was a varsity coach there for the running
Yeah.
backs. 1,000 yards automatically for y'all running backs if I coach you up, man. Just letting you know. But automatic.
There you go.
But, you know, it was doing that, and I had to give up that job because Dynasty was getting big. And then I was teaching PE, and it was my last year, my 5th year of certification up.
Yeah.
You know, I was never good at standardized tests, man. I sucked at it. You know, it took me like 5 times to pass that PE test.
Yeah.
I had to do another one, some other test or whatever, and, you know, couldn't pass that one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I was like, okay, I guess that means I'm just gonna run Dynasty.
Yeah.
Full time.
Yeah.
You know, and I did that, man. It was a bit of a leap of faith.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had money saved up. Thank God my parents staying with them. And, you know, I was like, yo, full force. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. So pretty much like, and this thing wasn't really generating the type of revenue for you to live off of yet. And you're just like, hey, man, it's now or never.
You know, and
kind of take the leap.
The funny thing was, you know, my dad, you know, a very generous guy.
Yeah.
Even generous behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And, you know, these events that we were doing, man, he was actually, you know, putting some money into the teams, you know, that we were doing, you know, a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it you know, it's funny, man. Like, you know, we had kids. We would pick them up. We would do a lot of things for the kids, man. And these parents, bro, like, I mean, they just didn't care, bro. Like, they didn't care at all. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my dad came with me. He was like, yo, listen, man, you know, this is what we doing with our events. This is how we doing. You know, hey, if you can't teach them more, you can't do that. Let's do it, man. Be my guest. And he said it so nonchalantly. He was like, hey, you could do it. Go ahead. I was like, okay, all right, let's go. You know what I mean? So, you know, again, you know, leap of faith. We did it. You know what I'm saying? We used to sponsor a hell of a lot of kids. You know, we had to cut some sponsorships out, you know, unfortunately. But, you know, but we're doing great now, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Where'd the idea to come? So now that you dedicated your whole time to it.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, like probably in the next year or two, you just start seeing blossoming, just growth. When did the idea of going to different states come into play?
Yesterday.
That's awesome. Yes.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So this is the moment in time when it happens.
I've thought about it, you know, I mean, that's always been my dream to, you know, either franchise or, you know, do, you know, certain events, give people that Dynasty Hoops experience. Yeah. Not only, you know, for the state of Florida, but, you know, nationwide, internationally too as well. You know, I also want to do an event in Puerto Rico. You know, we do have a lot of teams that come from Puerto Rico. They support us. I support them. You know, I'm working on my Spanish. I took about 6 classes my whole life, and you know, I still kind of suck at it. But I'm
doing your thing.
I'm still working on it, man. But you know, hopefully, you know, I'm looking to do a tournament out there in Puerto Rico next year in August.
Wow,
for 2024. So.
That's crazy. So tell me the design of your league. So is it still just like tournament style stuff and you go tournament to tournament, or is it like a full season like you would see in high school or in college of the NBA?
So it's tournament to tournament. So, you know, it's on one weekend, 3 days or 2 days.
Yeah.
You sign up. You know, some teams do get invited. You know, some of the best teams, they get invited and stuff like that. So, you know, we range from like 25 to 30 tournaments a year. Yeah, it's a lot, man. So, you know, those teams that, you know, go undefeated the whole year, I'd invite them free bid to play in our World Championships, which is, you know, July 7th to the 9th this year.
Yeah.
You know, I have a few teams out there, you know, Team Fly. Who else is out there?
Where's the world event at?
It's at the Big House. The Big House in Tavares, Florida. 9 courts. Okay. Everything under one roof.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had something that big.
Oh,
9 courts?
9 courts. I just came from Gainesville last weekend, 10 courts. Beautiful facility, state of the art. Wow. I loved it, man. It was awesome.
That's crazy.
10 courts.
So what is, God, man, that's insane. So you're talking about 30, 35, to, like you said, tournaments a year, bro. You're doing a tournament every other weekend kind of thing.
Something like that, man. Yeah.
So what is your daily role in this thing? Because obviously, you guys you built it up, but it seems like you're very hands-on from what I've seen from afar.
I used to be like, man, way back when I was very hands-on with each division, but now, our brand is out there. So, teams do register. We do have an app, Dynasty Hoops Tournaments app, where teams can register.
Yeah.
So right now I'm very hands-on with the girls side. Girls are growing in Florida. Shout out to y'all girls coaches out there, man, doing your thing. They're growing, so I'm very hands-on with them because there's different levels. Like, with the boys, if you have a 7th grade division, you got a 7th grade division. With the girls, you may have a 7th grade, 8th grade division.
Yeah.
Because some 8th grade teams may have a 7th, 6th grader, sometimes a 4th graders on the team. So,
wow.
I do talk with these coaches. Sometimes these conversations get long, bro. Like, what's funny, man? 24 hours, I don't know, it's 24 hours not enough, bro.
No, it's not
enough, bro.
It's
once
not
you become
enough.
a business owner, bro.
Yes.
It's not enough.
I feel you, bro. I feel you 100%.
Like, dog. Like, I don't try to be rude to people sometimes. I'll be like, yo, man, like, why you don't take this long? I'm a prioritizer. I prioritize. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people may think I'm like being rude, but it's like, yo, there's more important things that we need to do.
Yeah.
Let's work on this first and then this, you know what I'm saying? But dude, 24 hours, bro. Like,
just doesn't seem like it's ever enough.
Nah, man. But man, one of my grandest, I take naps, bro. I
take naps. I don't get sleep.
I don't sleep, man. Take naps. Say that.
That's awesome.
That's that Kevin Gates.
Real, though. That's real. Like,
we're gonna clip that shit.
Yo, if you want that, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's where I'm at right now, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I get up in the morning, sometimes 4 something, 5 something. Your body's always first, man. You know what I'm saying? That's your shield.
Yeah.
You gotta take care of your body. Health is first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we're drinking this water here, bro.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but for real, your body, man, you gotta take, health. There's no wealth without health. You gotta take care of your body, man. You know what I'm saying? You got loved ones too that love you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta exercise every day, 15, 30 minutes. You know what I mean? We getting older, bro. Like,
bruh.
Dude,
I'll take it to the extreme. I got Serge working with me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You guys. Oh yeah, I see. I see you work for Serge. Hey man, shout out to Serge, man, old
there
roommate.
We go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Serge is
Hey, it's funny, dude. Like, hey, man, I have an experience with Serge, man. I want to apologize as a man, bro. We were roommates. Cool guy, man. Outgoing guy, bro. Like,
one of the best guys.
Serge.
Yeah, one of the best guys you ever meet.
You know what I'm saying? And I had the chance to be his roommate. He was right across the room, man, and I was quiet in college because I was very determined. I was just ready to go in the real world. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't get the hell away from me type shit or whatever. But this one day, man, I go in the bathroom and I'm trying to use my soap and it's just getting that splurging sound like there's no soap in there. You know what I'm saying? We both use the same bathroom. So I was just, I was like, yo, Serge, man, and we had no money back then, so it was like, I worked hard for this shit.
Everybody was balling on the budget.
So something small as soap, bro.
I feel
I was like, yo, Serge, man, damn, bro, yo, you use my soap, man? And it was like, yeah, man, I did. I was like, bro, I think I was cold-hearted, bro. I was like, man, don't do that or some shit. Dude, he didn't talk to me for a good 3 days, bro. Bro, I could feel the vibes too, man. And I kind of thought about it. I was like, yo, man, this is fucking soap, bro. And then I took Sir, we spoke, man. I said, hey, Sir, let's talk, man, because we were roommates, bro. We was cool, bro. You know what I mean? And we spoke about it, man. And he was like, yo, man, it's just fucking soap, bro. He said it like that. And I'm like, dude, I understand, man. I'm sorry, man. You know what I mean?
We gotta get this. I'm about to do this right here. I'm about to call Serge right now live on the podcast.
Man.
Here we go.
Why he's calling Serge?
Serge?
Your dad did something. I want to go back.
Hold up. Here we go.
Your dad did something that my dad always used to say. He said, eventually you're going to find something to take serious and do just that. So I felt like your dad was saying he was just trying to figure out what you was going to take serious so he can dive in there with you.
Everybody going to hear this on the podcast right now.
Because as a dad, you want to make sure, hey, look, if I can help you in any type of way, I'm going to do just that.
You know what? He always put me in position to win, bro. He always did, man. He was tough on
Sorry
me.
to our guests who are waiting for this.
He was
Damn.
calling surgery. Yeah. Hey, he's
Serge,
busy.
you let
busy
us down.
working.
He didn't answer.
He's too busy working on some people, man. I got to sign up for that class.
I'm one of those things, like,
But yeah,
Serge is a
man,
beast.
dude. My dad's the biggest part of my life, bro. Like, if it wasn't for him, dude, I wouldn't be where I'm at, man.
Yeah.
Like, he put me in position. He was a fucking tough ass. Like right now, everybody would look at him like, you know what I mean?
It's a different world.
A generous teddy bear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not that guy. That guy, man, dude, that man was rough on me, bro.
Yeah.
You know, Guyanese, disciplinary dude. You know what I mean? Like in front of my family, in front of my teammates. He was hard on me, bro. And I never got why. You know what I mean? I had two younger siblings and he wasn't that hard on them. But, you know, man, bro, but it made me the man who I am today. He, you know, put me in position to win. He put me in that position to play, to work for winning ways. You know what I'm saying? He made sure I went to work. He made sure I did this. He made sure that. He made sure I was a substitute teacher after graduating. You know what I'm saying? So he actually helped pave the way for me to be where I'm at today.
Make sure you did something with your life.
That's awesome.
That's the biggest part about it. You don't want you realize time is we got a small window before that person just feels like they take their foot off the gas. And he made sure that you value the time that you have. Yeah. Because when you get older, you're set in your ways. So as a young guy, he's like, I got to make sure he develops the right habits.
Exactly.
Because if not, he's going to develop the wrong habits. He's going to go down the wrong path. Like sometimes you got to push them in the direction that they need to go. So he really just said, man, whatever you want to do, I'm your biggest cheerleader. And I feel like as a father, that's what we do. I'm your biggest cheerleader.
Yeah, man.
But at the same time, I need you to understand that you have to take this serious. Because people are going to look at you that way. So he just pushed you in that narrative into that role.
He's still pushing, bro. I'm 35 years old, dude. And he's still, you know what I'm saying? So there's times where we do have this serious talk like, hey, Dad, man, I got this shit. And he's like, yeah, I'll give you the keys. But he's still, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? But it's all love, bro. Like, you know, you don't want to see your loved ones fail, but if you do see them fail, you pick them up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why, you know, my circle is real small, man. I'm always around my parents, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They've been obviously I'm not born, bro. Like, thick and thin, anything, bro. Any situation, bro. I could tell them anything. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Dude, so veering back into it, right? So tell me a little bit about what is your daily function in a tournament you have now. The biggest tournament you guys run, like you said, would probably be Worlds. Is that right?
That's one of them.
Yeah, it's one of them. So how many teams will you get to your biggest event?
The most teams I ever had was 152 teams.
My God. Yeah. So, my God. So you get 152 teams.
That's why I say you don't sleep.
All in the same city, working off 9 courts under one roof, right? Like, what are you doing for the next 3 days? Like, obviously, number one, you're not sleeping. You're barely napping, obviously.
Well, that was 10 years ago, but, you know, I built a team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't call myself a boss. I call myself a leader. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we're all, you know, we're all in it together. You know what I'm saying? So, I have a team that take care of operation, a team that take care of, you know, site directing, you know what I mean, and social media and stuff like that. So, you know, it's less work. You know, I mean, I do talk to coaches because, you know, I like to carry that relationship, know what type of players they got, who to, you know, who's your best player, you know what I'm saying? Which player could play at that next level, you know what I'm saying? Our motto is prepare for the next level. So, you know, that's my job. So now that, you know, we have our brand now and, you know, I have my team together. Now I can focus on the higher and better things as far as getting these kids to the next level, you know, increasing the, you know, the talent that we have at our tournaments and stuff like that, making sure that, you know, we have this brand here in Florida. Okay, let's go to Texas. Let's go to Georgia. Let's go to Phoenix. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm looking at bigger and better things for, you know, our team.
Do you ever affiliate with college coaches to get them to come see the players?
I do. You know, we haven't run any NCAA certified events yet. Yeah. You know, we plan on doing that in the next year or so. But, you know, I do deal with JUCO coaches. Coach Shaw from Weber.
Yeah.
He came to my Dynasty Live.
Yeah.
You know, you know, and you know, I just spoke to Kaiser University. He was at my last Daytona event. You know, small schools. You know, our tournaments right now is right below that high tier. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
you know, we do have a couple shoot teams that trickle in and stuff like that. You know, so we're kind of right below, you know, Made Hoops and EYBLs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're working our way there, man.
So I guess, and this is like I said, I'm not in this market, so I'm literally being educated right now.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say you're here and there's a couple teams that are just above this hump, right, where you're about to pass over, because let's be real, you're going to go to different states. You're about to hold some NCAA type tournaments, like you said, and it's like speaking to the future. So what do you think is that you have to do in the next year to make sure that all these things, all these dreams that you have become a reality?
Partnering with the right people. You know, it's a dirty business. You know, when you partner with, you know, some guys that's just straight for the money, like it's not a good product.
It's hard.
I mean, so you gotta, in any business, man, you gotta work with good people.
Yeah.
You know, it could be your employees, it could be your staff, your colleagues, you know, people you want to work with, whatever. It has to be good people. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, anybody could just screw you, take the money and go, whatever. And those type of people doesn't add any value to your product.
Yeah.
So, you know, what I'm doing is, you know, I'm actually talking to someone now, great people, you know what I mean? And we already spoke about, you know, running events that'll reach about 400 to 600 teams in one weekend. So that's all in the works now.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, that's in the near future is just, you know, connecting with other people and, you know, making sure they're good people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that for the right intentions, have the right, you know, similar visions.
Yeah.
You know, if you're bad at this thing, maybe I might be good at this thing. You know what I mean? I need this. You know, you need that. I got it. You got it. You know what I mean? Put it all together. Boom. We have a great event. So,
makes sense.
You know, I actually do know somebody. I just had a 2-hour conversation with this guy yesterday. You know, we could speak for days, but, you know, he has good connects with NBA scouts, you know, NBA players too as well that have that connection with, you know, those college coaches.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's something that we need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think I'm good people. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You know, we run some good, you know, organized events and, you know, he needs help in that department. So,
Yeah.
you know, why not do it together?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So tell me this, and I know I'm kind of hung up on this, but it just, to me, it amazes me. Like, how do you get 200? You said 300 to 400 teams in one weekend. How do you get that many teams playing that many regulation games in one weekend?
It's all day long, too.
Yeah,
it's all day long.
Yeah, it's all day long. You need a shitload of courts. You know, so there's courts out there. You also have multi courts. You know what I'm saying? You can use this court that has 9 courts. You can use this place 10 miles away that has maybe 10. You know, 6 over here. Different high schools. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get them involved, fundraising and stuff like that. So, you know, again, it's just all about working together. You know what I mean? But that wouldn't be hard at all.
My main concern is how do you get the kids to train throughout the week? Because tournaments are just that. You're training. I mean, you're hosting these tournaments on the weekend. But when do these kids practice?
So, you know, typically, you know, really good teams, like travel true teams, they probably practice once a week. If that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know the ball. And, you know, the way the NBA is right now, it's so easy right now to play ball right now is run and gun, dribble handoff, screens.
ISOs.
You know what I'm saying? It's so easy how it was back in the day where you had to run specific plays and all that UCLA cuts, all that stuff, man. So now it's just, you know, it's a lot easier if you know the game and you're trained by the right trainer. You know what I'm saying? So with those type of teams, shoot teams, they're good. But, you know, when it comes to developmental teams and competitive teams, you know, they do need practice. You know, they need, you know, 1 to 2 days of practice. Me personally, you know, I'm old school, so I believe in 2 to 3 practices a week.
Yeah.
And, you know, in this generation, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, I've tried the past couple years, man. We had I have a program, and we had 2 practices a week, and maybe 4 kids would show up on a Tuesday, and then on Thursday, everybody shows up, but your point guard doesn't show up. Your floor general, your coach on the floor.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
You got that Allen Iverson mindset. We talking about practice.
Dude, your practice? Practice.
Practice.
You talking about practice?
Talking about practice.
You know what I mean? So, that's why, training is, it boomed, man. God rest his soul, Kobe Bryant, man, when he passed, it put a lot of basketball players, minds perspective, like, yo, I need to train. I need to work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I know these trainers, man, these great trainers, man, are getting these clients, bro, getting these kids, man, making sure they play the game the right way. Yeah. That's one thing about me, man. Like, when I'm at my events, I'm looking for kids that play the game the right way. Even when I coach, I coach very passionately. I'm very passionate about it. You know what I'm saying? I get 0 cents out of it. Like, I just want to make sure kids are playing the right way. That's it. Yeah. Very simple. I'm a simple guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Black and white. Like, but, with these kids, man, you know what I'm saying? In this generation, it's tough. It's tough. But we try to get them anywhere we can, you know. So, and they have so much shit to do. Like, it's a social media generation. They're on their phones. I got homework today. I can't make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude.
It's weird. When you say that to me, it was like, homework. What?
I'd rather go to practice.
Yeah, you go to practice.
Let's be real.
And then you fit homework in later.
Education first, everybody. But
yes,
let's be real in the 14-year-old's mind. Like, yo, I want to go hoop real quick. I got a tournament. Boom, I could knock my homework out right after school or during school or after practice. You know what I'm saying? So,
education practice is education. It's just a different form.
Facts. Discipline. You know what I'm saying? It's an investment. Like, when parents think it's expensive or whatever, it's an investment for your child. Yeah. We all play sports. You know what I'm saying? I believe football's, hey, you live life through a helmet. You know what I'm saying? Through a face mask. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's life. Basketball too is discipline, everything, man. Like, teamwork. That's life. You know what I'm saying? I got a team, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, when I started out, man, I did everything on my own. Because, that was hunger. That was motivation. That was, but in order to get up to the top, you need a team, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, great point, man. So sports is education, bro. Yeah, it takes you out that the mental health, bro. We're in a mental health generation too, where it's out there. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like,
but you do have to be a little bit different. You find out who you are. Mm-hmm. Through sports, through basketball, I want to tell you,
zero doubt,
my side story. Just like you, basketball was my first love. Nobody really knows that, but
I didn't know that, bro.
You mean playing it in AAU? We didn't have like AAU back in the day. Back in the day when I was growing up, you played it throughout the summer. You had tournaments throughout the summer.
AAU.
Not when I was growing up. Not in Miami where I was at. We didn't have AAU. We had just we had the parks. Where you played at the rec parks, where you had your own teams and you had the age groups, and so exactly you had the real different breed. We had a team where we were undefeated. We were them dogs, and I was your point guard.
He said, "I know."
I was your point guard. So my first year really playing on the team, we made it to the championship, and in the championship game, we were up by 1, and I steal the ball and I get fouled, and I got to shoot the free throws.
Yeah.
If I make 1, we're up by 2. If I make both of them, we're up by 3. And for the most part, we won the game. Yeah. I go to the free throw line. I bomb the first one. Mm-hmm. All your teammates, you look at your teammates and you're like, man. Yeah. Hey, they're like, you better make the second one.
Wait, you're down 1.
No, we're up.
Oh, you're up.
We're
up. Okay.
We're up. So you get that steal.
Okay, got you.
And you know for a fact they're going to foul you. Mm-hmm. So I go to the foul line. I take the first free throw. Yes. I miss it. Second free throw, they're like, okay, at least we'll be up by 2 if Keon makes the second one. I was like Shaq at the free throw line.
Yeah.
You might as well just count that as a miss. Uh-huh. But they had confidence that I was going to make it. I don't know what gave them that confidence. It wasn't happening.
Keon,
it wasn't going to happen.
Dude.
It wasn't going to happen. So I missed it. Uh-huh. They get the ball, they get the rebound, they go down. It's probably like 5 seconds left. Yeah. And we all did that drill. 5, 4,
Yep.
3,
Yep.
2, and the kid makes the game-winning shot.
Damn.
And you got to take that long bus ride back home.
Yeah.
And the whole team, regardless of how the game went,
They whooped your ass.
they all went down to like, you cost us the game.
Wow.
And it's the championship game.
Damn.
No, you ain't gonna beat my
Tell me
ass.
what the fuck.
No, you ain't gonna beat my ass.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, you learn at that particular point. I'll never let that happen again. At that particular point in my life, I said, if it ever came down to me, I'm gonna do my job. So I learned at a young age, if you do your job, it just flows better. And be accountable for what you do and how you contribute.
And you know that's life itself, man. You know what I'm saying? It takes failures to become successful. You know what I mean? Like learning that something like that at a young age, yo, bro. I mean, not even in sports, man. You just apply that in life in general.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I had that same experience. It was an all-star game, so I didn't have to go home in a bus. Bro, I played in an all-star game freshman year, bro. I missed 2 free throws. Damn, we ended up losing the game. I'm like, damn, bro. And I could have been MVP for that game because, like, I had the last 8 points and I had to be on the back pass. Man, look. But, you know, missed a free throw. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was so mad at myself, bro.
Damn.
Like, but yeah, man, I'm glad you shared that, bro. Like, you know, I mean, after that, I'm pretty sure that made you stronger, bro, as an athlete, as a man.
It made you
know what I mean?
It made you prepare. And I want to tell you, like, in basketball, nobody knows this unless you play this game. But some games you don't miss. You feel like you just anything you throw up is going in there. I felt like I was Allen Iverson. You know, we just did that N1 commercial. Like this was my time, and I missed it in the championship game. And I said, going forward in life, I'm going to be accountable to do my job, and that's how I carried myself. And I say, when you said mental health is important, back in our we didn't know about mental health,
and we had it.
So you had to be
no mental health.
You had to deal with
no such thing as
not at all. You had to deal with the bullying. You had to deal with them calling you all types of names and so on and so forth, and take that on the chin. In this generation, if that happens to a kid, you don't know where he's going to be at. He may, off himself, and I don't want to say that to say be negative, but they don't have that perseverance that we had.
Like you said, or they do some wild shit and just crazy that ends up on the news. But yeah,
they never bounce back. And I always said, like, this in this generation, the only thing I can hope for is I teach them how to bounce back. That, hey, look, the sun's coming up tomorrow. You got to do the same. You got to just put in more work. I love the Kobe mentality is because he understood, like, I train to make sure I can just make it effortlessly. If I miss it, it's just out of rhythm. It's one of those things that I did something wrong. And that's the biggest part about basketball people don't realize is that you can have all the mechanics, you did all the drills. You can really have the game plan in place, but it's all about execution and how you play as a team. So as you're running these tournaments, are you in the wearing the coach's hat, or you say you don't call yourself a boss? Or are you in the owner's box, like, you know what, I'm gonna let these guys go out there and only give them snippets of things that they could critique?
When I'm on my events, I do have teams that I do coach. And I use my events to have them get better, develop. Especially my good national teams that I have. You know what I'm saying? I used to have a national team that played in the grind session, which is one of the top caliber international leagues, which was in Phoenix. And I use my events to, propel them for, bigger and better exposure. But I usually wear the coach's hat in my own event as if I'm not even, because I do have people that are managing, people to report to. There's a couple people, you know what I'm saying? But if it extreme issue happens, then it comes to me. But if I don't have a team coaching, what I want to do is I want to sit and relax and watch. I want to watch, okay, who's the next Anthony Simons? You know what I'm saying? Anthony Simons, he plays for, the Blazers, hometown kid, humble kid, great family. Shout out to them. I just want to watch these kids blossom and see who's a hooper, who's playing the game the right way.
When you say the right way, I feel like there is no right way, because you see when Steph Curry goes out there, he's just taking.
He fucked up the game.
He messed up the game, so it's
so everybody's trying it and it ain't working.
Yeah, like he should have
Stop
court.
shooting these damn threes. You ain't catered to the paint. You not driving in, bro. Like, but nah, man. It's very simple, bro. The game is very simple.
So what's the right way? Because to me, I'm thinking like there is no right way. It's you're the pioneer.
2-on-1 break. You got someone committed. You got to dump that ball off. You drive. You kick to a shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's not a shooter, you drive into the paint. There's 3 guys on you. You know what I'm saying? That corner shot in the NBA, it's worth millions.
It's open.
It's worth millions of dollars to make that shot in the corner in the NBA.
That's somebody's job.
So you see that type. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a scorer, right? And he's going to the basket. And everybody knows he's a scorer. You got 4 defenders coming after him, and, he's trying to go up. And you got a shooter in that corner. Maybe that shooter didn't make a basket yet, or maybe he has 3-point, but he's a shooter. You better pass that You better pass that fucking ball.
You better pass that shit off.
I get it, you're a shooter, but you know what I'm saying? Not all college coaches are looking for scorers. You gotta know, you have to have good basketball IQ. You gotta know when to pass. You gotta know when to make that crossover. Step back when the trap is coming. You know what I'm saying? Give the extra pass. Know that the ball is faster than the player. That's basketball 101. Get the ball out in transition. Like, those are type stuff. Guys getting the rebound, getting the ball out. You know what I'm saying? That's that IQ that I look for in my events. I look for kids like that. And then I make sure, hey, I talk to my media team and say, hey, because everything is social media driven. Yeah. So I say, hey, get this kid right here. Yeah. I like him. He can hoop the right way. Yeah. And then that way you put it in, our social media, engine. And, you got over, 30,000, in all of our social media seeing that. You never know. You might have a college coach see that. You never know. Yeah. And, with the connections I have and stuff like that, I do know coaches. So even, shoe sponsor coaches and coaches that get to that level, like, hey, I have coaches hit me up like, hey, coach, you have a 6'10" wing, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, and I help them out.
Yeah.
That's my job. My job is to get these kids out there, prepare for the next level. And, if you're ready for that next level, and I see it, and then I know somebody that needs I need that kid. I need a kid just like this. I'm like, okay, boom. Here you go. Yeah, I made that connection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about connections, bro. And that's why I tell these kids, you never know who's watching.
I like how we went low with that. I like how we went low with that.
You never, bro. It could be a YMCA event. And in body language too, you know what I mean? That's very important, you know what I mean? And if coaches ask me for somebody or some type of individuals, it's my name on it. So I'm not gonna, if they have horrible body language or whatever, you could be a beast. Yeah. But you got horrible shit. You got horrible parents, bro. I'm not gonna put my name on it and be like, yo, hey, take this guy. No. I wouldn't even mention your name. Yeah. You know what I mean? Great player.
You got to be able to put on the face and have that authenticity.
But if you think about the greats, like, and this is just a sidebar, but if you think about the greats, they don't always had the best attitude. When you think about Allen Iverson, he didn't have he wasn't passing that. Kobe wasn't passing that. Yep. They were just taking it and give me the ball and move out the way.
That's a different generation of basketball, though.
But you still have it now with your Trey Youngs and all this good stuff. John Morant. He's putting up 50 points. They're better without him than they are with him. They move the ball better and more efficient without him.
It's funny you said John Morant. You see what the hell he's going through.
Yeah, but he is, because he's always been about him. Yeah. It translates off the court as well.
What I'm saying. I would not want to put my name on that. John Morant's he's a fucking
beast. Yes.
Dog.
That's money. That's a bag. But would I want to put my money on? Would I want to put my name on that? Hey, you got this kid, and look what he's doing now, man. You know how many kids look up to that kid? Look, I had my own program go out to go see the Grizzlies versus the Orlando Magic. I had my kids go see that. And then now look what he's doing now with the gun stuff. Whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, look at me now. You know what I'm saying? Parents can be like, okay, you got my kid watching this guy. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe in growth. He's a young man. I think he's going to change his ways. You know what I'm saying?
He just keeps doing the same thing.
He is, but you know what? you get chances. I'm a man of chances, forgiveness. I don't forget, but
Yeah.
hopefully he changed his way. He did it twice. Hopefully he
Three
changed his
times.
ways. Oh, it's three.
It's three now.
He did it 3 times.
Yes, but the difference
I
is
didn't even hear about third, bro.
But you got to think
Pull
about
that
it.
up.
You got to think about it in the sense of in this world now. Hell, Florida, effective in July, we're an open carry state.
Yeah.
So everybody has them. We're just not all showing what we have.
That's the thing. It's the showing off mentality with that.
But this is an Instagram. This is a social media generation.
Yeah.
I have to let you know what I have.
Well, okay, let me tell you something right now. I don't care. Anybody can say whatever the fuck they want. I don't care, dude. That's not cool. Like, it's not cool.
You're a basketball player.
You're a star basketball
You're
player.
a basketball player. Why don't be
Bro, how much is
gangster,
it-
wangster?
how much
Don't
is-
do
yeah.
that. Just don't do that.
You don't need to look like a gangbanger, bro. Everybody knows you got it. Like
Everyone
everyone
you
knows
got it, and then you ain't grow up like that. That's the thing. You ain't grow up like that. If
So-
you grew up like that, yeah, I get it. But you ain't.
But
you
this
ain't
is
come for
my
that.
this is my chance, and I say this to both you guys. This is his chance to show the world who he wanted to be, not who he is, but who I want to be. Like,
You remember Undercover Brother? Mm-hmm. You remember?
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer, and everybody should do their own thing.
but he should never do his own thing.
He should never do his own thing.
That was kind of deep what you just said. Like,
Yeah.
you really feel like that's who he wants to be?
I want the world to let you know I'm a tough guy. I want the world to know I got that dog in me.
That's called.
I don't feel like he's
Lance,
tough,
that's-
though.
What you mean?
That's
If I'm
called-
waving a gun,
It's not even
that letting
like
you.
that. That's called immaturity. It's called
I think-
immaturity.
I agree more, bro. Like, I can wave shit around. Like, anybody could do that.
And that's you got people calling them out saying that everybody has them. You ain't got to show
Why
it.
you showing?
But-
Yeah.
But know where you're at. Know where you're at, bro. You got kids looking up to you. You know what I'm saying? You're hooper.
How many players we grew up watching? Charles Barkley. We grew up watching. They didn't care about being, your role models. They cared about themselves, the truth.
Charles
Paul
Barkley.
Pierce.
Charles Barkley was with Tiger Woods in Vegas.
That's what I'm saying. These guys didn't care.
Did they wave guns and shit?
No. I mean,
No.
You. The
And
difference
that
is
wasn't a social generation. This is the social.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen that.
Yeah. Nobody saw what they did.
What the fuck are you doing?
But
Yeah.
the difference is,
What the fuck
the only reason why people are getting mad at John Morant is because you have enough money to have your own security.
That's
That
it.
too.
So-
and the way he grew up, because they got pictures of him with the glasses and looking like a nerd. And then he grew. I think it was a middle class. Don't quote me, but it was a middle class. That's what I've seen. But like, man, if you came from the hood type, you know, blood, or you had to come, you had to sell this or whatever to get whatever. Okay, maybe I get it.
Yeah.
You ain't come from that background.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. This is crazy. So I grew up watching this show called Family Matters. I know you guys seen it. I never wanted to be Urkel. I always wanted to be Stephon Urkel. But Urkel was good in school. Urkel still got attention. Urkel was happy being who he was. But ultimately, he showed you as a different side of him that he always wanted to be. And John Morant is showing you guys it's a different side of me.
But Stephon ain't carrying no gun though.
Stephon ain't. You got a good point. You got, but
no IG.
the difference is back in the day, if he was in the generation that we're in right now, you'd have never seen Jordan win 6 rings. If Dennis Rodman had social media, he wouldn't be Dennis
We
Rodman.
have to cut that because we got to cut that. No, because you're getting into a long ass conversation, and unfortunately, we got time for one last question.
Okay, all right,
unfortunately, otherwise we would go down the
rabbit hole.
conversation.
But I'm not mad
rabbit
about that.
hole.
But I just want you to know this one thing: if Dennis Rodman had social media, he would have never made it from the Pistons.
If he had social media,
social media win like
The way we have it now, if he'd have had it back then,
he never. Yeah,
he would have never made it to the Bulls to begin with.
He never would have gotten because he went to San Antonio and then he went to the Bulls. He never would have went to San Antonio.
what did he do wrong though?
What do you mean?
No, nothing wrong.
So Dennis, what do
was
you mean?
different.
When you look at what was the Last Dance?
Yeah,
You mean you watched the Last Dennis? Hey, I gotta go to Vegas.
What's wrong with that?
What he did in Vegas? What did he do? Do you not know what Dennis did? Dennis lived his life.
He partied for 4 days.
What's wrong with that?
No, there's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, you're talking about what he's talking about is the expectations that you carry into, like, you're talking about the guy we're just talking about waving a gun, right?
But you know what? But that's what I'm saying. Rodman was who he was.
Yes.
Jaws being something like, is that who he is?
No.
I don't think he is. And Rodman back then, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, he was piercings, he was kissing dudes or whatever. I don't know if he was kissing
He was wearing both.
but he was wearing not kissing dudes.
He was
Take
wearing
that out.
both.
But
Backtrack
he was
that.
wearing wedding
Wedding dress?
Wedding
Wedding dress. Yes.
That was not accepted back then.
No, it wasn't.
But people accepted him for who he was. He
Yes.
was him. Ja, when he came, like, he never waved guns before. He never, he had these nerdy glasses and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I'm saying? You're doing new stuff.
Yeah.
Rodman, he was Rodman.
Yeah.
I respect real shit. If that's him, I respect it.
Yeah.
But if you being something like, yo, you wasn't doing this before, and now you trying to do some gangster stuff, and this is social media, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like we trying to get these kids away from gun violence. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
All these kids are watching you, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree with you.
But
100%.
Rodman, man, he kept it real, bro. Like he always keeps
I
it
like
real.
that opinion. Rodman kept it real. I actually thought he was phenomenal. I thought he was great.
I love Rodman. Like, dude, and then I love the coach. The coach said, hey, this is what you need to do. Because you always got to coach players differently.
Yeah.
That's what great coaches do. Yeah. You need to go to Vegas. Go to Vegas. We need to look at the big picture. We need a championship. So go to Vegas. I don't know if they missed a game or two, but go to Vegas. Boom. We had to come get you.
Yeah.
You hear Jordan? Go get him.
That goes to mental health. Bro, that goes to mental health, bro. Back then, we didn't have awareness like that. So with a coach like that, with Phil Jackson, let him do that, bro. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he let him do it, whatever, got all that stuff out. Look at it. They got rings.
There you go.
Made Jordan look good.
There you go.
I mean, he did that
That's a
himself.
wrap. That's a wrap, bro. That's fantastic. So, we got one last question. Unfortunately, we got to keep this one short. Then we'll go into the spice of the week. So, if you have just a quick piece of advice that you would give to somebody, you are a prime example of somebody that just said, "This is what I want to do. This is my dream," and you just did it, made it work, figured it out. What is one piece of advice that you would give people out there?
Man, listen, man. Ain't nobody could tell you different. I've been told by my friends. I've been told by close ones. I don't know if you could do that. I don't know. I'm not too sure, man. It's up to you and the man upstairs. All right, the man upstairs is gonna pave the way for you, but you gotta work. You gotta put in that work. If it ain't no work, man, you know what I'm saying? Faith is dead. So, you know what I'm saying? So as long as you have that faith and you put in that work, no matter how many hours, blood, sweat, tears, you got to do that shit. And it will happen. Place loved ones around you. Put a winning team around you. You know what I'm saying? You'll be successful.
There you go. I like it. I love it. So
Yeah.
we're going to move into the last segment that we have. So we do at the end of every episode, we put together something called a Spice of the Week, sponsored by Joe's Backyard Smokehouse, right?
I'm hungry.
Best ribs on the place, right?
Right there with you.
So, so I'm assuming, obviously, you haven't seen one yet. You know, you're a busy guy, but Spice of the Week.
man
is
don't
something-
sleep.
Yeah, he don't sleep, baby. He don't sleep. He takes naps. So
Kevin Gates.
over the last week, we always try to relate, and we want to. The idea behind the Spice of the Week was to get people to start thinking about a little bit of positives in their lives. There's a lot of negative in everybody's life, and sometimes you can get fixated on looking at that bad shit, right? But every time you look back, there's always at least something where you're like, damn, that was actually pretty good. And it gave you that little bit of bump. Finish the week, have a good one, get into your weekend, that whole thing, right? And sometimes it's the one thing that happened that made your week phenomenal and you didn't even see nothing negative, right? So that's the idea behind the Spice of the Week, right? So we're going to lead off with Kanyeezy, always leads us off, and then we'll go to you and then to me. So what is your Spice of the Week, my brother?
So I'm gonna make it real simple. Serge is my trainer. I've been saying that for the last couple of episodes because I want you guys to understand it's nothing wrong with having somebody help you. We all need help. And I felt like, I got this. I can do training. We done did football, so on and so forth. But if I train myself, I'll be like, all right, I've done enough. In Serge's workouts, there's no such thing as enough. He's going to push you to the next level. And I feel so good when I do his workouts because I never get comfortable My goal in life, in this next chapter, in this next year, it's my birthday week. This next year,
Summer babies.
It is don't get comfortable. But on top of not getting comfortable, average and stupidity run hand in hand. The person that said you're average is saying it's okay to be stupid. It's okay to just saying, oh, you're just like everybody else. There's no such thing. You're not made like me. I'm not made like you. Show the world who you are and do it to the best of your ability. So my spice of the week, I was in the gym and I just got through killing one of Surge's workouts.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to complete it, but
Good, man.
But I appreciate it.
You didn't call NFL, bro.
I appreciate it. That's shout out to Surge. You know, I tried my best.
Surge.
He actually pushed me.
Funny. When we met up before the pod, Lance didn't say that to me.
Me and my old lineman, bro. Dude, I'm trying to feed you some steaks after this, man.
yes.
Like,
There you go.
So my spice of the week, after I was done with Surge workout, I went to the sauna and I did this for 40 minutes. And I'm in there with a guy and he's like, you know, if you continue to do what you're doing right now, and he was 58, he was like, at my age, this will be easy. Life will be easy if you just stay on the path that you're on. Continue to push yourself. Continue not to be comfortable. And I was already in the mindset of not being comfortable. And he just reassured me that you're doing the right things. A lot of people don't hear that you're doing the right things. I want to tell you right now that you're doing the right things to where you're propelling your future to move forward the way you want to move forward. So that was my spice of the week.
I like it. I dig it.
yeah, man.
Big dog. What you got? What you got for a spice of the week?
Yeah, my spice of the week, man. Do the things that you don't like to do in order to be successful. Don't like working out. You got to work out. You work out, you feel better about yourself. You're a lot more healthy. You know what I mean? And it makes your mind clear. Meditation, you know what I'm saying? Do some meditation too as well. Don't like waking up early. You wake up early, you have more hours in a day. You know what I'm saying?
24 hours is not enough.
Yeah, man. It's not enough, man. It's not enough. You know, everybody will soon get that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, do the things you don't like to do in order to be successful, man. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of hard work. Hard work is very challenging, bro. It could be challenging. You could be going through some situations, man. You know what I'm saying? Single parent homes and stuff like that. You got daycare, you got bills and all that stuff. But man, if you just push through it, you know what I mean? Not on your time, but on God's time, man. You know, He got your back, man. You'll get where you want to be. So that's my spice, man.
I dig it.
Spice.
I dig it. That's some good shit.
Yeah.
That's some good shit.
So, Buck, you got to follow up with that.
Yeah, I know. Because, all right, so here's the fucking problem. Every fucking week, man. Every week. No, they got some deep shit. Like, I'm more simplistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do look at the big time goals, but the way I've trained myself in my professional life and my personal life is look at what's closest to me, acknowledge those things, just like the little goals. Because you know how it is. You accomplish those little goals, equals up to the big goal. So every time I got a spice of the week, these guys always got some good shit. And then I'm talking about like one week I had a bowl of cereal that just hit and it was great. You know what I'm saying? All right. Either way, the whole point. Here we go. So my spice of the week this week, I've been thinking about this all day because I was like, man, I got to think of something because I didn't really have anything significant. And then it kind of punched me in the face a little bit, right?
I mean, it is Tuesday.
Yes. So
Go to.
here we
I had
go.
to do it. I had to do
So my spice of the week, bro, goes out straight up to plans that get canceled. Yes. The reason why is because you ever get in that mode, and I think you're going to like this when I get done with it, because everybody says there's a path and things happen for a reason, and we had some shit lined up.
Facts.
I'm going into this last weekend. We had 2 shows lined up, right? And by the way, you're the only one that didn't cancel, right? So we get up Friday afternoon, and your boy, I'm like, fuck, man, I'm tired. Like, we've been busting our ass because we work day jobs, run businesses, all this stuff. Plus, we do this, and I'm sitting here like, dude.
And don't mention parenting.
Yeah, don't mention parenting, all this other shit. And I get to Friday afternoon, and I'm just like, bro, I'm tired. Like, you know, when you get to that thing, you're like, bro, I just want a day. I just want a day. And then next thing you know, I get this text message. Hey, man, not going to be able to make it. And my heart a little bit went, it's all right. I'm good. I'm good with that shit.
God did.
Hey, and then next thing you know, bro, my mood just went like, hey, what's up, baby? You know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling great, bro.
That's how you know you're getting old.
Choking his mother.
That's how you know you're getting
I'm
old. When
feeling
you happy
motivated.
about cancel plans.
We get through the whole weekend, and let's be real. When that happens, though, because honestly, I'll tell you the truth. Like I go home when I'm home on the weekend, I'm working, but I'm working in a low key place. Like I'm on my computer, I'm doing some things I got to do for the business, doing some things I got to do for the regular job. All these things, right? Which tallies up for me. And we get to the whole weekend when we have that thing free up. That means Keon's able to go out and do some Keon shit. Keon doesn't. He's not like me. He wants to get out, man. Let me go on the boat. Let me get out here. Let me get out here. Let me see these people. Let me do this. Let me do that. You know what I'm saying? Me, it gives me the opportunity to catch up on all the things that my brain processes. Yeah. So next thing you know, I'm going through peace the next 48 hours. We get to that Monday, start feeling a little bit of dragging. What happens? Hey, man, I'm not going to be able to make it. Immediately, I was like, this is the best Monday ever, motherfucker. Like, it was crazy. So it's sometimes, I think when that comes along, people get a little bit negative. But for me, it hit me in just the right spot. Talk about God's way, the path, those things set up. Something was saying, my body was telling me, and then the path said, nah, bro. You need to take this one off.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. Hey, God's never wrong, bro.
And it propelled me. And for some reason, a cancellation gave me some fucking energy. And I was like, all right, baby. So we came into doing this, and I was excited. I'm like, hey, man, come over early.
I bet when I said, hey, Bruck, you were like, damn, another cancellation.
I was, bro. I was.
I did it on purpose, kind of like. I wanted to shit, bro.
Nah, but my man.
I got you, bro.
My man said, hey, we got to meet. Can you book it up? So what we had to book the Hard Rock Casino, which you see us rolling up to in the story.
It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place.
Awesome. Hey, I like it, man. I appreciate you guys. You know what I mean?
So, but anyway, man, we'll wrap this thing up, dude. We appreciate you so much taking some time. Like we said, I'm pretty sure everybody knows now that's watched this. You are a busy human being, bro. And I can't tell you enough. I can't tell you enough how much we appreciate you taking the time, telling us, inviting us into your world and sharing this with our fan base, man. Because that's one thing that our fan base gets is understanding like there's incredible people all around you. And I was stoked about it because I think I probably hit you up a month or two ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I want to get your story. Like you built something from the ground up, and you
literally, literally.
Yes, there you go. So I'm like, man, I can't thank you enough for separating the time, making this thing happen. I'm gonna hold you accountable to making sure in the next year to 2 years. You got to come back for another one.
Oh, I'm coming back, man. Shit, what are you doing next week?
There you go. After you get as a matter of fact, we need to put it down right now. After you get your first NCAA deal, right? That first one, sign us up. We're gonna be the first podcast that we get on.
Summer babies.
Oh, hey, that'd be
Summer
awesome,
babies.
bro.
Summer babies. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So
get some kids out there.
There you go. So for all of you, subscribe, comment, like we talked about. We're pushing. Write your spice of the week in the comments, man. Don't be a little bitch. Sorry, I didn't mean to be so aggressive. But seriously, write your spice of the week in the comments. We want to see that thing rolling, man. We want to get you involved in the conversation. We want to pull you through the camera, right? So get involved. Comment your spice of the week. Make sure you go find this guy. Find Dynasty Hoops, right? And find this guy on all his social medias. If you want to see someone that's built a platform and figure out a way to build an entry into the world of sports, this would be a great playbook to pick up. So go subscribe to all of his socials, check in on what he's doing, and if you want, DM him. It may take you a little bit to get back. You heard about managing 150 fucking teams at one event, but DM him. Maybe we can figure some things out.
Yeah, man. Facebook is Dynasty Hoops. Instagram Dynasty Hoops _hoops or Dynasty _hoops_. All right, we got Snapchat too as well. Working on that TikTok, man.
There you go.
TikTok.
So
that's next. That's next.
So again, thank you guys for tuning in. We love you. We appreciate you. Out.
2 dimes and a token. You make gross.